What's up, Internet? My name's Nerdy.
And I'm Clarus.
And this is our reaction and then probably some review, some talk about the penultimate episode of Miss Marvel, the Disney Plus show that is finishing up next week.
Yeah, we're on number... Wait, is this number 5?
Yep, this is number 5.
Math is hard.
Math is hard. This is the Empire Strikes Back of the show. I hope it is the quality of Empire Strikes Back.
Me too.
My favorite Star Wars film. Do you think we're going to spend the entire episode in the past?
Yeah.
Really, the whole thing?
I think at least, like, if the episode is 45 minutes, I don't know. I think at least 30 minutes are in the past.
Okay, I'm thinking it's like 15.
Oh.
I think we're gonna get through it, and then she's gonna get pulled back to the present because there's a lot that still needs to happen. Although, actually, no, because Moon Knight did this, where Moon Knight spent the entirety of episode 5 in the dream, in the. No spoilers for Moon Knight. The episode 5 is like a weird offshoot location.
Yes.
I feel like a lot of actually the Disney Plus shows have done this.
Yeah. No, that's why I think
episode 5 is like.
No, we're the journey to the past. Hearts don't fail me now.
Oh, the radio grain, because it's in the past?
Yeah,
See what you're doing, Miss Marvel.
Sepia tone. That's fun.
All the lights of all the Marvel stuff in the sepia tone just looks like nonsense.
Yeah, oh yeah.
At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to light and freedom.
Away from here! Go home!
The true villain of the MCU.
The Brits.
The Brits.
Oh.
And of the real world.
Well, yeah.
This is one of those times where it's like, this isn't even like supervillains. These are just the real world supervillains.
Literally, yeah.
What? You mean this one? It's okay. I don't use it much anyway. Can I help you with anything?
No.
Oh, that's gonna be Kamala's great-grandfather.
There's food and a place to rest if you need to use my cottage.
There's a couple other things in my cottage, too.
Oh my god.
Bow, bow, bow.
He's very attractive, I guess.
He's a good-looking dude.
Yeah, alright.
It's that one
Honestly,
manicured
they're
beard.
both very attractive.
Well, yeah. Yes, they are.
Yes. Although I think she's like...
Has she just been standing there? Just... He's looking out his window like, maybe I shouldn't have invited her inside.
Is she gonna come in at all? Like...
Now I know you're just putting on a show. No human alive can resist the smell of a fresh fried paratha.
True.
Well, it's because she's not human.
Got him.
Got him.
It's true.
It's true, though. Any, like, bread...
The smell of fresh cooked anytime you take wheat and you heat it up.
Yes, please.
You know, when I saw you out there, it reminded me of my favorite poem. When the soul lies down and...
All right, Shakespeare. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day?
Seeking you.
Aisha. My name is Aisha.
Jeez, stop, please. I'll tell you my name.
I think, no, the poem turned her on so much. She's like, you have to know who I am.
A beautiful name. How's it?
She's giving him, like, Nala, like, eyes from The Lion King.
I love that Nala eyes is our generation's, like, touch point for come bone me eyes.
Yeah.
90s kids are like, oh yeah, it's the look Nala gives Simba, you know, in that movie with the animated lions for kids.
Rotting tree branch. But I thought it might be nice to have a walking stick that actually helped you walk.
That's hefty. That's thick boy.
When we first met, you threatened to break my leg.
Well, I changed my mind.
She's interested in that third leg, you know what I mean?
Thank you. Thank you for making a home for me here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how they set up the chemistry so fast between those two, but it was
But,
like, yeah, they did a really good job.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at you as though you're magic. I can't say that I blame her.
Well done, dude. Well done. Good
That was
work.
a good line.
This little short film is
We will
about to
get
break
through
our
this.
hearts.
I know. So far, though, I think I'm right about the percentage that's going to be in the past.
Yeah. Because we haven't even seen Kamala see any of the past yet.
Exactly.
So. Found
Guess who?
you.
So this is where you've been hiding. Don't you want to go home, Aisha?
Of course.
No, I found the hot husband.
Yeah.
And our beautiful baby.
You have until sundown tomorrow,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we will all go home together.
Uh-oh.
Should I make the sit face?
Yeah.
What you seek is seeking you. You taught me that.
That's gonna be the thing on the bangle.
Everyone in this show is so good.
Yeah. I just realized, like, wouldn't it have been weird for him when he's like, "Oh, are you Muslim?" And she's like, "Sure." What is that?
It depends
Because she
on how
wouldn't know what
long-
Muslim is, right?
Well, it depends on how long they've been around, right?
Oh, right, because we don't know when they entered Earth.
Yeah, we have no
Yeah.
idea how much time they've spent here.
That's fair.
Aisha. Aisha, please. I can't keep up.
This is the last train, Hassan. We need to hurry.
What are we actually running from? Who's that woman you were talking to last night?
Got him.
Smart man. You can't lie to your husband. We know. We know. We know.
And we know you know.
Without having an infinite budget, they've done such an effective job at, like, portraying the claustrophobia of this.
Yeah.
I'll find it if it's the last thing I do.
Oh, shit. So does Nejma and Aisha, do they know that using the bangle destroys the Earth?
I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I can't tell if they just want to go home or if they're there for, like, conquering purposes.
Because, like, we know that because the Red Daggers know that. But I wonder
Yeah.
if in that moment...
Yeah.
Did she... Okay. I think she pulled Kamala back?
Well, yeah, because you think you were... I think you were right where Kamala is going to lead her on the, like, Trail of Stars.
I thought there were two bangles.
Oh, really?
In the... Like, when they... Yeah, I thought they insinuated that there were going to be two bangles. So does Kamala take the past bangle to the present? No, because then she wouldn't...
No.
I don't know.
I think there's only one bangle.
What happened to you? Bangle worked. Sana, it brought you back to me. Get Sana on the train and protect that bangle. You have everything that you need.
Oh my god.
I can't do stars, Nanny, but I can do circles, okay?
I can do circles. I called it. They Prisoner of Azkaban it. That's just such an unbelievable sight, you know? Huh. Oh, that's not good.
Nope.
I thought that was about to be the end of the episode.
Yeah, me too. I was like, what?
That was short.
She's not picking up the phone.
She's being attacked by interdimensional mercenaries, but you know.
Yeah, it's tough.
Magnum got lost once. I had him microchipped. Okay, Ammi, Magnum is a dog. Trust me, if it was legal, I would do it.
I believe that.
Use the Find My Phone feature to see where she is?
Like spyware for parents?
Kind of.
Then why am I only just hearing about this?
Because your kids did not teach you about it.
Exactly, for good reason.
Because the youths don't want you to know. That's also not a thing, I don't think. And
I think it depends on your provider.
no, but if you turn off Find My Phone on your phone, they won't be able to do that.
Yeah, mine is off.
Yes. What?
Oh. Okay.
That was cool. That looked really cool. I like that a lot.
Kamala.
Woof.
The effect looked a little less good close up.
Yeah. Did she just possess her son?
Or she gave him superpowers as well?
What are you doing?
Mommy.
Oh my gosh.
They saw that. They saw that.
It was on the other side of their bodies.
Are you okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe what is happening. Are you... Who is that?
Assalamu alaikum, auntie. Nani?
Walaikum salam, beta.
He runs away.
Yeah.
Our family is magical.
Yeah.
This is for you. It was all true, Nanny.
Honey?
Oh, that is so sweet.
This photograph and those lights? How did that happen? I don't know. But I like to think two people fell in love and created something much bigger than either of them would have created alone.
That was really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I have one more thing I need to do, but I'll be right back. Really quick. Just one.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
Oh my god. How do we save money? We just have the sound.
Overstay your welcome, and then ask if you could take home
Oh
food.
man, that got me.
I have to go tell the others what happened. I figured you could use some time with your family.
Well, I don't know how much more trouble I can get into after all this.
Just in case.
There has to be some, because this isn't the finale.
Yeah.
Does Kamran go bad in the end?
I don't know.
I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he made the right choice once. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What is this?
It's Kamala's. It broke.
Nice.
Kamala! Come here, beta. I want to show you something.
Oh my God, who is that?
Who is that?
It's your mom, dude.
Your mother at your age.
No.
Nay, mummy, please don't put all these lies into my daughter's head, okay? It was Bon Jovi.
One that would bring me back to you.
These scenes are all awesome, but it feels like we're like wrapping up the show in a
I
way that I'm
know,
like,
this
what is
feels like the finale, and I'm very confused.
Circle Q?
Circle random alphabet letter.
Brian?
Uh-oh.
What are you doing here?
I don't know where else to go.
Oh, because damage control's still after him. So
Yeah.
damage control's the final villain.
It's one of my favorite elements.
Right, okay.
So you're a car guy as well?
Yeah, it's a wonder we've never hung out before.
A wonder, yeah.
It's a good joke. That's fun.
Can we just restart? Because this is really weird. It's nice to meet you. I'm Kamran.
Bruno.
Oh my god, I genuinely thought your name was Brian this whole time.
That's good. Honestly, that's on Kamala.
Yeah.
Kamala
okay.
should have corrected him.
Yeah.
She's a better friend.
Yeah.
Dude, she left you behind to fend for yourself. What makes you think she's coming back?
She wouldn't just leave me behind like some kind of orphan.
Do you want to tell him?
I don't want to tell him.
His parents aren't around? Wait, Bruno lives...
And I'm not gonna leave you to deal with damage control yourself, so you're good. We'll just stay here
Does
and
he
we'll figure it out.
own the convenience
Well,
store?
I don't know if you're hungry, but my Nona's out of town. She left some...
Oh, he's Nona.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, there they are.
I've been followed. We have to go.
You have powers too?
What the heck kind of explosives? Okay. Okay. How many explosives do you keep in your convenience store?
But also, like, why would the drone try and kill them when there's clearly, like, a civilian right there?
I guess damage control is the really bad guy.
I mean, they're the American government, so they're
So,
not
yes,
the good guy.
They're definitely not the good guy.
Wow, there's a lot of really cool emotional stuff in there. That was great.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah, overall, actually, I thought this episode was really well. I wish that, like, the clandestines and they had all been fleshed out a little bit more because, I mean, that's kind of wrapped up, question mark, maybe? So I don't know if we're going to get any more information there.
I think when Kamran and Kamala use their powers in the same area, now that he has, like, blue light and she has purple light, they will create a stable void for...
But they're all dead. Doesn't matter.
True.
They are dead except, I think, that one guy.
Kamran has to go, though, right?
Why? Why does he have to leave?
Because damage control's after him. So, like, it's gonna be the, like, oh no, like, I have to leave, but, like, I love you, but, like, I can't stay or else I'll go to jail forever. Because I'm kind of a terrorist.
And you think...
I'm seen as a terrorist by, like, the government.
You think that Kamala is going to be seen any different by damage control?
Yeah, she hasn't attacked anyone.
Well, I mean, he didn't attack anyone.
But he was arrested with his family as they were, like, trying to murder everyone at the wedding. He's a minor.
He can be like, yo, my mom, crazy. Like...
That's true. Kind of. I don't know. Honestly, like, it's just the same thing with every episode of the show.
Yeah.
The family stuff is so good.
Yeah.
And the superhero stuff was fine.
I know. I almost wish that they had told a smaller story with it. I think it would have been tighter and better executed.
I wish that the flashbacks mattered more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't feel like we got anything from the flashbacks that changed the information that we had for the present.
No, it didn't change.
Like, what did we learn from it, right? Other than Kamala, prisoner of Azkaban, her great-grandmother onto the train. Or her grandmother onto the train.
Yeah, like, that was important.
No, but it's not. That doesn't functionally change any relationships in the present. It doesn't change the information we have about the plan. It doesn't help Kamala close the portal. Like, there was nothing in the flashback that was instrumental to the show.
No, but it was for the family stuff, right? Because she goes... And when she comes back, her mom and her grandmother see her there, and she gives the photo, and then they're able to have this moment where they're like, we're magic.
That's all super sweet. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
That's very sweet stuff, but if you're going to spend, I think it was like 12 minutes, or maybe even more than that in the past, like, what is it? It's 250 to...
It's like 25 minutes, I think.
If you're going to spend that much time of the show in the past... I would have liked it if Aisha and Nijma, I think her name is, if they had, like, revealed something about the plan, or if we had learned something in the past about how does Nijma close the portal at the end, right? If if you're going to have this entire episode be this backstory
Mm-hmm.
that we already knew.
Yeah.
We didn't learn a new... and that's what's also weird about it, is that the backstory is the exact story that the father told at the dinner table in episode 2, right?
Well, and that's kind of why I wish they had just focused on the interpersonal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, without any of the extra interdimensional things, like, I think the flashback, like, seeing that story unfold, I really enjoyed. I agree. I guess it's not, like, necessary, but I did enjoy it. But it does feel weird when you have these two very different things going on with clandestines and different dimensions versus, like, this very real thing that happened in these people's lives.
Yeah, and I think that the importance of it in terms of... I can't think of a major IP telling the story of partition in Western media ever. And so I think that, like, there is importance to it. And I'm not saying that I would cut it. I wouldn't cut it. I wish that there had been more information in it.
Yeah,
But I think the value of... And even as it is, I think the value of a Western media IP as big as Marvel really telling the story of partition in a way that I think paints the narrative in a honest light. Right?
Yeah,
like,
for what it is.
The British are clearly the villains in that story.
Yeah.
And the hardships endured by the people who were so oppressed by the British through that.
Yeah.
Very plainly told here in a way that makes you empathize so much with them. And I think that is important. I think that as we have all of these diverse stories that we're telling, as we move towards this more diverse media ecosystem that we have right now, I think telling stories like this and creating these incredible, empathetic, engrossing stories about these horrible moments in human history is really important.
Yeah.
I just do also think that they could have added in a little bit more effect to the present.
Yeah.
Because it's so much of the second last episode.
You know what I would have actually loved is if during these flashbacks, Aisha told her daughter, so Kamala's grandmother, these like bedtime stories about the clandestines and about this different world and about the portal. So that we were maybe given more information as to how it was closed and maybe how she got there. And, you know, obviously then when she reveals the bangle, those stories I told you and her are true. And that would tie into why Kamala's grandmother has all these fanciful stories about the magic and everything like that, which I think would have been a really nice through line for this episode, but...
Yeah, I would have really loved for the flashback sequences to be referenced in the finale. Like, I wish that her meeting her great-grandmother would have an impact on the finale. And
we don't know yet.
But based on the conversation they had, I don't really know that there's a significant way that it could.
No, you're right.
She didn't
and
learn anything from her great-grandmother. She didn't...
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's weird how much ended in this episode.
Yeah, her grandmother didn't tell her, like, how to use the bangle or, like, how to, like... Yeah, give her any information except the photo, which was like, yeah, it was nice and sweet, and like I loved it. But I agree that they could have used that time better, I think, to serve the story as a whole.
To serve Kamala's story. I think that the story of the past is told really well as like a short film about these characters, right? And I think that the chemistry between her great grandparents off the charts.
Excuse me,
right? Like
wow,
steamy.
Yeah.
He's great. I don't know that actor.
I want him back, please. Bring him back.
He'll be the villain of season 2. I think, you know, I'm missing some of our main characters. I really miss Kamala's dad. Yeah. He's one of my favorite parts of the show, and he hasn't been in like 2 full episodes. I wish there had been like a phone call scene where he like checked in or something.
Maybe he'll go save the boys.
Well, and this is a big question, right? Because of the way that they keep editing how transportation happens in the show.
Yeah.
How long are the boys going to be on the run just before Kamala and her mom get back to the U.S.?
30-ish hours? 30-ish, 36
Unless that scene takes
probably.
place while they're already in the air, but like...
But then, yeah, they'll edit it, yeah.
I really want the next episode to open with, like, Kamala and her mom sitting in an airport in London, like, waiting for their flight to New York.
Well,
and they get a call from Bruno, and they're like, oh my god. And then they're, like, on this flight, like, knowing that Bruno and Kamala are in danger. There's nothing they can do.
Like, can you fly faster? Maybe Kamala will be able
to... Use his light to make the plane go faster.
Yeah, it's like maybe Kamala can, like, teleport them somehow. Or maybe she'll call Miss Marvel and she'll fly them over.
It is one of... That would be rad. If Carol Danvers shows up in the finale, I'm so down.
No, I think they would save that for season 2, but I don't know.
How do you feel about the Clandestines being wrapped up here? Because they're all dead.
Yeah, except I think the one guy.
Which guy?
The one guy who had the, like, mace thingy.
No, he got stabbed.
Did he?
I'm pretty sure all the clandestines are dead. So, like, regardless of the Kamala and her family, which we've said is, like, A-tier storytelling.
Yeah.
The clandestines are wrapped up. Where do they fall as Marvel villains for you?
Pretty, like, low tier. Because we didn't get enough information or time about them. Like I said, I don't
Can you
care.
name any of them? Can you, like, I recognize all their faces. Can you name one of them?
They said the one, nope.
You know what I mean? And like,
it's not memorable. And then that the impact of her changing her mind at the end and closing the gate, potentially, maybe I don't actually know. Doesn't matter. Because I'm like, all I know of you is that you're impatient. You killed Kamala's great grandmother, and you have a son that sometimes you love. Yeah, none of it mattered. I didn't give a crap about any of it, which is why I wish that the story that they had told with the villains and whatever the magic is was much smaller, because it just feels like they bit off way more than they could chew.
Well, and that goes back to how I felt on episode 3, right?
Yeah.
Like, when I said, like, oh, I don't want this to become the big Marvel blowout, and this kind of became a big Marvel blowout, but they did it in 2 episodes, essentially.
Yeah.
And I don't really know that it didn't seem like it mattered all that much, ultimately.
No.
Like, the final fight with the Clandestines is wrapped up in a way where Kamala and, like, they literally stand in the wreckage of it afterwards, and they have a chill conversation. Like, it's like, Kamala's not even hurt. You know what I mean?
No,
like, the big battle's done, and, like, there's no, like...
She's good.
She's not even tired. She's like, all right. Well, we saved everyone.
Sorry that, hey, you, I'm sorry that I got that guy killed. I hope you're gonna be fine. Like,
yeah, I don't know. It's weird because, like, the casting of the show is exemplary.
Yes.
I think a lot of the writing is really good.
Yeah, but it's like hit or miss.
Yeah.
Which is so weird. Like, they're very, very disparate. Like, and I wish that it wasn't so, because like you said, there's so much in here that I love.
Do you think that the finale without the Clandestines will be better because they're the thing we didn't like about the show? Do you think that, like, not having them there will benefit the show?
Maybe.
It'll be in New Jersey again. It's going to be like episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Do you think that Kamala's mom knowing about her being Nightlight, do you think that is going to be a problem for her in terms of her superheroics?
Yeah. Oh, like, because she's already the overbearing. She's like, I just don't want to let you go yet. And it was beautiful. But, like, yeah, she's going to be like, no superheroing between the hours of, like...
I would love if she's like, you're allowed to go join a superhero team, but only if there are no boys.
Yeah.
No Thors, no Captain Americas.
I need to design your super suit.
I would love that.
Right?
If her mom makes her suit, that would be chef's kiss, because she's going to have it in the final episode. But to fight who? To fight damage control? Like, that, I don't know, that feels underwhelming to me in terms of her, like...
You know what could I think save it for the finale? Because I don't know how I'm going to feel about it, but it would almost be kind of cool if and damage control doesn't have, it's not going to happen. But if damage control was like, we need backup, Captain Marvel, can you help us? And then they meet face to face, and it's like, no, I'm actually not the bad guy. But I don't know. I don't see how they would possibly do that.
There
There's
has to
no
be
way.
some fight, or there has to be some tension in the finale.
Yeah.
Which means that either Kamran has to be bad or damage. But, like, they can't introduce a new villain.
Well, and this thing is Kamran possessed? The weird, like, light thing that goes into him.
But Nijma knows now, I hope I'm getting her name right, that she can't open the portal home. So then, like, what is her mission? This is the problem I have with Man of Steel, right? Where once Lois Lane crashes the ship into the singularity or whatever, and the plot is over, it's that Superman and Zod just fight because Zod's mad. But like the plot is over.
Yeah.
And I think that I think Man of Steel, other than Jonathan's death, which I just don't like, I think it's like a 10 out of 10 movie up until that moment. And then the movie just kind of goes on from that point for a while because plot.
I hope it's not like that.
And I don't want the final episode of this to feel like those last 30 minutes of Man of Steel for me.
Yeah.
Where like it just kind of plays out.
Yeah.
Because Nakia got her mosque board seat. What is her struggle? Like,
I mean,
Bruno
her and Kamala have to make up.
is probably going to Caltech. Does that
Probably.
Is there a storyline around that to tell in the finale? His house has been blown up, so like he better go to Caltech because he can get a dorm there. Who has a storyline left? Kamran, right?
I guess, yeah.
Who's been in an episode and a half?
Yeah, like as much as I like him, I don't like, unless this last episode is just going to be a big setup for a season 2. But I don't know if they would have used that much time to set up for a season 2 without knowing how season 1 would do.
Well, no, she's going to be in the Marvels.
Sure.
That's the next appearance of Kamala Khan will be in the movie.
So then is she going to meet Captain Marvel in this?
But then are we going into Loki territory again where the finale is just a complete, just like it's not about the show at all? Because that would bug me.
I hope not.
Right?
I really hope not.
Because I was let down by the Loki finale. I didn't like how much it wasn't about Loki and Sylvie's story.
Nope. Yeah, Loki was a big letdown for me, and I really hope that this is not.
Yeah.
I hope that they're going to do something that is surprising to us that we enjoy, because right now I don't know where it's going to go.
I guess I wish they hadn't quite resolved the mom-daughter tension. Because that to me was the most interesting relationship of this whole show.
Yeah.
Really, like I thought that their tension between the two of them from episode 1 until the end of this episode was utterly incredible.
Yeah.
Like truly incredible television writing. Every scene between the two of them is amazing. The toffee scene from last episode was so good. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like so beautiful. And so I think that I wish that their relationship didn't feel kind of like the season 1 story was wrapped up.
Yeah.
Because like what step could they take as a relationship in the finale that isn't the resolution that they get here, which is this beautiful, like, all of these, her mom accepts that all these fantasies and this headspace that her daughter lives in is real.
Yeah.
Like, that's gorgeous. I just kind of wish it had happened in the finale, because then what do you do?
I don't know.
Yeah, her brother's married. I thought her brother getting married was going to be the finale of the show.
Yeah.
Her brother's married. Like, there's no event that this is all leading up to. There's no... We don't even know when in the school year it is, because Kamala's been missing for days. So like they can't like suddenly graduate. Like the finale has to be based on something. I can't see what it is right now.
No idea.
Yeah.
Truly, I'm not sure.
And I want to love it because I liked this episode a lot.
Yeah, there was so much to love.
Yeah.
There is so much to love about this show.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And like I want to recommend it to people because of the characters and the actors and like that storyline, because I think it's brilliant. I think it's so well done. But then you have to have that caveat of like totally watch this show, but like honestly, like the villain stuff is like not really great, and they don't explain all of this like super well, and I hate doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We'll see next week.
They're gonna use the word jinn, but it doesn't really mean jinn.
But
they
it's
just kind
not...
of use the word as a word.
Which, like, why? You could have picked any other...
They could have just left it at Clandestines. Like, they never had to use the word jinn.
They did not. It was unnecessary. Unless maybe it's necessary in the finale. I don't know. I don't think it will be.
What's so weird about the clandestine jinn thing is that it became a conversation online of people being like, we heard from a lot of Muslim people who are like, oh, I don't like that they use jinn because jinn aren't fairy tale creatures, they're real.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get that. I don't know why, especially because the top of the next episode, they're like, well, not really.
Jinn,
it's just
but not really. Which is why, like,
Thor would have been called a jinn, and I'm like, what do you have? No. He's Thor.
Yeah. Here's my question, and I don't know. Maybe cut this if you want. But do you think Disney purposefully used jinn to try and create dialogue around the show, and then next episode was like, just kidding, don't worry about it? Do you think that's possible? Because that seems kind of gross.
I mean...
But I don't know why else they would have done it. I cannot fathom a reason for it.
I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt that... I'm willing to bet that the people involved didn't think that it would be a thing.
But it's like the team... I have learned that a large majority of the team that worked on this show is Muslim.
Yeah, but not all Muslim people view it the same way, right? And Muslim people as a culture is one of the... it's like, I think like an eighth of the planet.
Yeah.
It's not a monolith. It's
Yes.
I think I might be wrong about numbers, but I think there's over 1 billion Muslim people on the planet. So
something like that.
To say like that because some Muslim people feel a certain way about it, I just don't think that that's the way that all Muslim people feel about it. And I'm willing to bet that people, and I want to be careful about saying this, but I'm willing to bet that of any faith, the people who work in Hollywood are going to be on the more liberal side of the faith than the more orthodox or the stricter side, right?
Yeah.
And I'm willing to bet that if you are working in Hollywood, of any religion, this is not specifically about Muslims, but of any religion, I think that you are more likely to have a more lenient view of things like that than someone who doesn't work in that industry.
Yeah.
Like there's going to be certain
artists tend to be a little
more liberal in all senses, right?
Yeah.
It's why there's so many complaints from the right about liberal Hollywood, and it's like, well, if you make art, you end up being more liberal because you have more empathy.
Exactly.
And the right is and I don't mean that as like a dig on anyone, but like right ideology is more selfish and more individualistic, and left ideology is more empathetic and more group-minded.
Yeah.
Like that literally is how our ideologies break down. And in order to work in the entertainment industry, you kind of have to be empathetic towards the way that other people feel. It's a huge part of telling stories, right?
Yes.
And so those people tend to be more liberal. And so within faiths, I'm willing to bet there's more liberal-minded religious ideas.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that people working on the show probably don't have as strict a view of certain things as people outside of that community who are just watching the show. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. It occurred to me, and I was like, I don't know what else to like.
It's tough with Disney because like they did have the whole like, we're gonna meet Han Solo's ex-wife, and then the next issue it's like they weren't actually married. It was just a marketing tick. And I'm not saying those are the same thing, obviously, but
it just begs the question, and so I asked it.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand why they used it in the show. I just think that I think that it was a cultural point of like that these people appeared in this part of the world, because they do kind of explain it in the next episode, right? Where he's like, if anyone with magical powers had appeared in this part of the world at that time, Jinn is the word that would have been used to describe them by the people who met them.
Right.
The problem is, I didn't see anyone meet them. It seems like they were pretty undercover.
Yeah.
So did they start using that word about themselves?
I don't know.
Or did she use that word because she knew it would be a word? Maybe it's not a word that was used about them. Maybe she used that word because she knew that it would be a touch point for Kamala, and she would understand that. Like, she's trying to like draw Kamala into her story in order to get her to work for her. So maybe she's using that word specifically because she knows it will have a meaning to Kamala.
It just seems very convoluted for like the backlash it's received.
The Clandestines, I don't think they expected the backlash, right? And I think that Clandestines are convoluted.
Yes, that is true.
Like realistically, it's been a weird ride with them.
Yeah. I don't know if we're going to learn anything else about them next week, but I am excited for the finale, even though I don't know if I'm going to like it. So we'll see how that goes.
Here's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
I think I'm really going to love everything Aman Vellani does.
Yeah.
Because that girl's magic on screen.
Yeah.
I think that her family's going to be awesome. I'm going to be real excited when we see her dad again.
Yeah.
And I hope I like the plot.
Yeah.
I'm going to love the characters, and I hope I like the plot. And that is my review of Miss Marvel.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
It sucks. It's one of those things where, like, this could have been the best Marvel thing. This could have been the height of Phase 4 if the villains were good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because everything else about this show, the cinematography of this episode, again, like, everything about this show, other than the villains and some of the fight choreography, has been a little weak.
Yeah,
there's one flip that I watched back from the last episode where Kamala, like, she jumps over him one direction and then her body flips around for the next shot and she like kicks off of him, and I rewatching the fight sequence, I was like, wait a second, and then I just replayed over again. I was like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. There's definitely a couple things that don't look the best. Obviously, the effect of the close-up of the turning into a skeleton was...
It reminded me so much of Raiders of the Lost Ark, though, that I don't mind it. It's such a callback to the, like, granted that movie's like 4 years old, but...
Yeah, I don't know if that's the comparison they were going for.
It's Disney, they own it, you know, it might be.
Yes.
We're getting Indy 5 next year. They got to start getting people thinking about it, ramping up to it, you know?
So a subliminal message.
Other than those two things, I think, like, this is probably my favorite Marvel TV show if it weren't for those two things. But because of that, I do think that Falcon and the Winter Soldier, although Falcon and the Soldier's villains also weren't great, but yeah, I don't know, weird.
Yeah.
It's tough. It's really tough. Much like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, though, the American government is the bad guy.
Shocking. Shocking.
In the past, it's the Brits, and in modern day, it's America. It's
Who would've
almost
thought?
like someone has seen Star Wars. Have you seen the tweet of the person? Someone was like, "The Star Wars is about the Vietnam War," and
someone was like, "That can't be true unless the Empire is America." And
it's
you're like, "Yeah, my dude, I don't know how to
do you
break
know
this
who
to you."
George Lucas is? All right, y'all, that's our video for today. There will be more videos this week, though, because there's more stuff coming. We have the finale for The Boys this week. So come back
for The Boys.
Either Thursday night. I'm going to try and get it up Thursday night. I'm going to try and push.
Thor Love and Thunder.
Yes, non-spoiler review tomorrow for Thor Love and Thunder. And then the Saturday morning, this Saturday, I think it's the 10th?
Maybe.
Today's the 6th, tomorrow's the 7th, Friday's the 8th, the 9th. Friday the 9th, or Saturday morning the 9th. 11 a.m. we're going to do a live spoiler chat for Thor Love and Thunder, so come back and join us for Thor 4.
Thor 4, let's go.
The Thor 4 core.
Make sure you leave a comment. Sacrifice to the algorithm.
Do you think the Thor core is going to be in Thor Love and Thunder?
Like his abs, yeah.
No, the Thor core is a core of Thors from the Thor comic books.
I thought you meant his like abdominal muscles, and I was like, absolutely.
That will definitely be in it. Also,
Definitely.
Thor cheeks. Follow us around the internet. I'm at Nerdy Nightly.
And I'm Claris Polaris.
Like, comment, subscribe to all those things, and as always,
YouTube.
Do something nerdy tonight.
Bye, guys.